በስመ አብ ወወልድ ወመንፈስ ቅዱስ አሐዱ አምላክ አሜን። ኦ እግዚአብሔር እመስግነካ አለኹ ነቲ ዝተገብረለይ ኩሉ ሰናይ ከዓ አይርሱዓኒ። መዝሙር ዳዊት 103 ጥቕሲ 2
ሰላም ንዓኹም ሰላም ንዓኹም ኣብ ዘለኹም ንኹልኹም ሰላም ንዓኹም ሰላም ንዓኹም ኣብ ዘለኹም ንኹልኹም ሰላም ኣምላኽ መሳኹም ይኹን ሰላም ጎይታ ይኹን መሳኹም ሰላም ኣምላኽ መሳኹም ይኹን ሰላም ጎይታ ይኹን መሳኹም።
እስም አብን ወልድን መንፈስ ቅዱስን በሓደ አምላክ ብቅዱስ ሥላሴ እንዳኣመንኩ እንዳትማስንኩም ኣብ ቅድሚ ዝዓዲ ዝኾነት ቅዱስ ቤተክርስቲያን ሸይጣን ይሕበካሉ። ንሳ ድማ ናይ ዘለዓለም ጸላኢ ምስክሬ ዝኾነት ጽዮን ማርያም እያ።
ኦጎታ ነመስግንካ ንበረካን ኣለና ኦጎታ ኣሚና ንግዛእካ ኣለና ንቅዱስ ስምካውን ንግዛእ ኣለና ንኩሉ ብርኪ ዝሰደድካ ናይ ኩሉ ሊሳን ዝግዛእካ ጎታ ንሰደድካ ኣለና ናይ ኣማንቲ ኣምላኽ ንስኻ ኢኻ ናይ ጎይታት ጎይታ ናይ ጎይታት ጎይታ ናይ ንግስታት ንጉስ ንስኻ ኢኻ ናይ ኩሉ ስጋን ናይ ኩሉ ነፍስን ኣምላኽ ንስኻ ኢኻ ክቡር ምስክርን ወደኻ ነትካትኩምሲ ክጠለዮ ከለኩም ከምዚ በሉ እናበል ከም ዝምሃረና ከምዚ እና እጥዋካ ኣለና።
ኣብ ሰማይ ተነብር ኣቡና ስምካ ይቀደስ መንግሥትኻ ትምጻእ ፈቃድካ ከምቲ ኣብ ሰማይ ከምኡውን ኣብ ምድሪ ይሁን ናይዕለት እንጀራና ሎሚ ሃበና ንሕና ዝብልና ብብሎም ከም ዘሎ ምድልና ድግልና ካብ ክፉ ደናበር ኣፍተናይ ትተና መንግስትን ሃይለን ክብርን ዘላለም ናትካ ይሙን ኣሜን።
ኦክስቴ ማርያም ናይ ቅዱስ ገብርኤል መልአክ ሰላምታ ሰላም ለኪ መላኺ ድንግልኺ ብስጋኺ እውን ድንግልኺ ኣዴ እግዚአብሔር ጻባኦት ሰላም ለኪ ኣለኹ ስሪ ካብ ኣንስቲ ብርክትኺ ፍርሱን ብርኺኦም ጸጋ እግዚአብሔር ሰኺኦም ደስ በልኪ ሓጢአትና ሰና ከፍረዶ ኢየሱስ ክርስቶስ መንታና ምሕረት ለምነና ዘለዓለም ዓለም ኣሜን።
ኩሉ ብዝሓዘን ሰማይ ምድርን ዘይረአን በተፈጠረ ብሓደ ኣምላክ እግዚአብሔር ኣብ ንኣምን ብሓደ ጎይታ በኢየሱስ ክርስቶስ ዓለም ከይተፈጠረ ምስ የሉን ስቆን ወልድ ኣብ ዋሕድ ንኣምን ካብ ብርሃን ትረኽበ ብርሃን ካብ ሓቀኛ ኣምላኽ ዝተረኽበ ኣምላኽ ዝተወልደ እምበር ፍጡር ዘይኮነ ብመለኮቱ ምስ ኣብ ማዕረ ዝኾነ ኩሉ ቦት ፍጥረ ብዘይክዎ ግና ኣብዚ ምድሪ ይኹን ወይስ ኣብ ሰማይ ምንም ዝፍጥረ የልቦን።
ምእንታና ምእንት ሰብ ምእንት መድሓና ካብ ሰማያት ዝወረደ መንፈስ ቅዱስ ካብ ቅድስት ድንግል ማርያም ስጋ ለበሰ ሰብ ኮነ ሰብ ኮይኑ ድማ ብዘመን ጴንጤናዊ ጲላጦስ ምእንታና ተሰቕለ መከራ መስቀል ተቐበለ ሞተ ተቐብረ ኣብ ቅዱሳን መጽሓፍቲ ከም ተጻሓፈ ኣብ ሳልሳይ መዓልቲ ካብ ሙታን ተፈልዩ ተንስአ
ብኽብሪ ናብ ሰማይ ኣርገ ኣብ ለሙን ኣበውት ኣመተ ከም ብሓድሽ ደዋን ሙታን ክፈርድ ክመጽእ እዩ መንግስቱ መድኣታ ለይብሉን ጎይታን ምሕወይን ዝኾነ ካብ ኣብ ሰረጸ ብመንፈስ ቅዱስ ንኣሜን። ምስ ኣብን ወልድን ንሰግደሎም ንመስግኖን ብነቢያት ዝተነገረ እዩ ልዕሊ ኩሉ ጉባኤ ሐዋርያት ብዝኾነት ብሓንቲ ቅድስት ቤተክርስቲያን ንኣምን ኃጢአት ንምስስራይ ብሓንቲ ጥምቀት እውን ንኣሜን ትንሣኤ ሙታንን ናይ ዘላለም ሕይወትን ተስፋ ንገብር ኣሜን።
ቅዱስ 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 እግዚአብሔር ጸባኦት ናይ ጎይትነትካ ምስጋና ፈጺሙ ሰማይ ምድሪ ዝመልአ እዩ። ኦ ክርስቶስ መጺኻ ድሒንካና ኸሞ ምስ ሄርን ሰማያዊን ኣቦኻ ምስ ናሕወይን ቅዱስ መንፈስካ ሰግደድካ ኣለና።
ንኣብን ወልድን መንፈስ ቅዱስን ሓንቲ ስግደት ሰግድ ንኣብን ወልድን መንፈስ ቅዱስን ሓንቲ ስግደት ሰግድ ንኣብን ወልድን መንፈስ ቅዱስን ሓንቲ ስግደት ሰግድ ሓደን ከለዉ ሰለስተን ከለዉ ሓደ እዮም
بملكوت حدا بأكل سلستيهم نوالتنا أملاكنا مرام سجن بخبر دموس تقدس سجوتنا يسوع كرسوس مسكال سجن مسكال حالنايو مسكال صنعتنايو مسكال تبجينايو مسكال مدحنتنايو أخذ كارون إحنا جنا منه توم زمانهم بحال مسكال دحنا أقول أدينا نعم نحن مسجن كقول أدينا نعم نحن مسجن آمين العالم إجابير مسجن آمين العالم إجابير مسجن آمين العالم إجابير مسجن آمين العالم إجابير مسجن
مسغانا نتي قنع زفرد الله او እግዚአብሔር በሙሉ ልቤክ ምስግነካየ ኩሉ ዝገበርካዮ ተዓምራትውን ክነግርየ በአኻ ባህ ክብለንን ክህጎስን እየ ኦ ልዑል ንስብካ ክዘምር እየ
World creation. God created everything. First, there was nothing. It was dark and ugly. So he created the light, the water, the animals, and the plants. In short, everything we need. And he saw everything was good. Then he created Adam in the 6th day and rested in the 7th day. So we must thank God when we pray for everything he created for us.
መዝሙር 8 ዕብየት እግዚአብሔር ክብሪ ሰብን ኦ እግዚአብሔር ጎይታና ስምካ ኮን ኣብ ኩሉ ዓለም ክንደይ ግሩም እዩ ንስኻ ንግርማኻ ኣብ ልዕሊ ሰማያት ተኸልካዮ ብኣፍ ቆልዑ ህጻናትን ምስጋና ኣዳሉኻ ንቐዋምትኻን ንጸላእትኻን ንፈዳይ ሕነት ዓገትካዮም ናይቲ ንስኻ ዝፈጠርካዮ ሰማያትን نطم نسخة زسرع كايوم ورحل كواخبتن رئي ألوخو
Child, he was a shepherd. He really loved his sheep. He also loved to pray. Since he was always praying, God was very close to him. God even gave him strength to save his little sheep from a lion. Even though he is young to be a king, but God chose him to be a king.
بسم الله وولد ومنفس قدوس أحد أملاك آمين مزمور داوود معرف إسران سلسته هي واي قاسا إجابه قاسا يزقدنني يبلي أبلو مرسحي وعلني أعرف له ما يمرحني نسل نفسي هنا ما سموين بمجدي تكي مرحني بدرها مرقص كان يتصنعني إيو إذا مساهمو بربربات نمط أكوان تحفو كفو أي فرحني إذا أقني قد صلاتي معدي تسرع لي لرأسي بزيدي تلهيو سواي جلب بالو بحق صح مهلت بكل دمك سبنين أبيتي زابر قال زلعلم كنبري آمين
Yes, here we learned about obedience from one great father. His name is the John the Short. He was very obedient no matter what the abbot asked him to do. For example, the dry stick that he was given to plant and take care of it by watering it every day. It was fruitful. After that, the plant was named Fruit of Obedience.
ቆላስይስ ምዕራፍ 3 ፍቅዲ ኢስራ ኣቱም ውሉድ ንጎይታ ባህ ዘይብሉ ንሱ እዩ እሞ ንወለድኩም ብኩሉ ተኣዘዝዎም
ንሕና ህፃናት ኣምላክ ዘፍቅረና ንሕና ህፃናት ኣምላክ ዘፍቅረና أبيتو متينا كنت عادلنا كنت عادلنا كريستوس كوينا كنت عادلنا كنت عادلنا أبيتو متينا
From the kind Ruth lesson, we learned kindness from Ruth. Even though she lost her husband, she still stayed with her mother-in-law, Naomi. Naomi went to a place called Bethlehem, and Ruth never knew about it, but she still went with her mother-in-law, just because she wanted to help the old Naomi. Since God had seen her kindness, He blessed her with a good husband who would take care of her and Naomi. This is one of the stories that we learned, the kind Ruth.
ወንጌል ሉቃስ ማዕረፍ 6 ፍቅዲ 36 ከምቲ ሰማያዊ አቦኹም ሩህ ዝኾነ እስኻትኩም ከኣ ሩሕሩሓት ኩኑ አሜን።
It's actually possible for water to come out of the rock. Of course, it's only possible with God's help.
Well, during the Exodus, when the Israelites were leaving Egypt, Moses was leading them.
On the way in the desert, when the people were thirsty, they asked for water. So Moses prayed, and God told him how to give them water.
So in this lesson, we learn that we can solve problems that are impossible to us through prayer.
Since what is impossible with people is possible with God.
ኦሪት ዘጸአት ምዕራፍ 17 ፍቅዲ 5 ሰዓብ ፍቅዲ 6 እግዚአብሔር ድማ ንሙሴ ገለ ካብቶም ዓበይቲ እስራኤል ወሲትካ ካብቶም ህዝቢ ንቅድሚት አቢልካ ሕለፍ በሎ ንታን ንፈለግ ንል ዘወቃዕ ካላ በትርኻ ተማለእካ ድማ ኺድ ኢንሆ ኣነ ኣብኡ ኣብ ቅድሚኻ ኣብ ልዕሊ ከውሒ ኮሬብ ደው ክብል እየ ነቲ ከውሒ ከኣ ክትወቅዖ ኢካ ነቶም ህዝቢ ስስቲ ማይ ድማ ኣብኡ ክወፅእ እዩ በሎ ሙሴ ድማ ኣብ ቅድሚቶም ዓበይቲ እስራኤል ከምኡ ገበሩ
Parent for a long time they do not have a baby, but his mom Hannah prayed to the God to give her a baby, and God gave her a baby, and his name is Samuel. When he be 3 years old, he go God's house. One day in the country was a bad thing. God chose to Samuel, and God gave him a message to Samuel, and we have to pray to the God what we want to ask him, and we have to be like Samuel, good, and God will love us, all of us.
እግዚአብሔር ድማ መሪሱ ለሳሙኤል ሳልሳይ ሳዕ ፀውዖ ሳሙኤል ከኣ ተንስአ ናብ ኤሊ ኸይዱ ከኣ ፀዊዕኻኒ ኢኻ እሞ እኔኹ በሎ ሽዑ ኤሊ ነቲ ቆልዓ እግዚአብሔር ከም ዝፀውዖ ኣስተውዓለ ሳሙኤል ከኣ ኪድ ደኣ ደቅስ እንተ ፀዋዓካ ባርያኻ ይሰምዕ ኣሎ እሞ ኦ እግዚአብሔር ተዛረብ በሎ ሳሙኤል ከኣ ኸይዱ ኣብታ ሰፈሩ ደቀሰ እግዚአብሔር ድማ መፀ ደው ኢሉ ከኣ ከምቲ ናይ ካልእ ግዜ ሳሙኤል ሳሙኤል ኢሉ ፀውዖ ሳሙኤል ከዓ ባሪያኻ ይስማዕ ኣሎ እሞ ተዛረብ በሎ። አሜን።
ኢሳያስ ምዕራፍ 7 ፍቅዲ 14 እዚ እግዚአብሔር ባዕሉ ትምህርቲ ክህበኩም እዩ። እንሆ ድንግል ክትንስ ወዲ ከዓ ክትወልድ እያ ስሙውን አማኑኤል ኢላ ክትስምዮ እያ። አሜን።
Baby Jesus, an angel came to Saint Virgin Mary and told her the good news. The good news was about the birth of baby Jesus. After 9 months, baby Jesus was born in Bethlehem. The wise men came from far place guided by the star. They gave him a gift, and an angel came and told the shepherds who were nearby. They also went to saw baby Jesus. Everyone was happy. People and angels sang. His name was Jesus Christ. Amen.
ትንቢት ኢሳያስ ምዕራፍ 9 ፍቅዲ 6 ሕፃን ተወሊድልና ወዲ ተዋሂብና እዩ። ንሱ ከዓ ገዛኢና ክከውን እዩ። ንሱ ግሩም መኻሪ ብርቱዕ አምላክ ዘለዓለማዊ አቦ መስፍን ሰላም ተባሂሉ ክጽዋዕ እዩ። አሜን።
Jesus was teaching the people through parable because he wanted them to understand. So one day he was talking about the leaven. He told them the leaven or levito was added to dough, and it will spread and make the bread good. From this lesson, if you are good, other friends of yours will also be good. The end.
مزمور 245 مزمور مسكنا او املاك نقص العيل كم سكنك كوجيه زال عالم كم سكنك ايه كل معتي كم سكنك ايه زال عالم قدسك ايه او እግዚአብሔር ዓብይ እዩ አዝዩ ክምስገን ዝግባእ እዩ አቤቱ ክምርመር አይከኣለን እዩ አሜን።
ቤተ ክርስቲያን ናይ አደይ ፍቅረዩ ዘለኪ ንዓና ህጻናት ደቅኺ ቤተ ክርስቲያን ናይ አደይ ፍቅረዩ ዘለኪ ንዓና ህጻናት ደቅኺ
One day there was a sick man who waited 38 years to be healed. For many people came to the water since they get to the water after the angel moves it. So those people were getting healed. But this poor man was alone. There was no one to help him up and take him to the water when the angel comes. But Jesus came and helped him. He told him, "Rise, take up your bed and walk." And the poor man started walking. From this lesson, We learn that we should be helping people who are in need, and when we need help, God will always help us.
ወንጌል ዮሐንስ ምዕራፍ 5 ካብ ቁጥር 6 ስጋዕ 9 ኢየሱስ ድማ ነዚ ደቂሱ ምስ ረኣዮ ነዊሕ ዘመን ምሕማሙ ፈሊጡ ክትሓውዶ ትደሊ ኢኻ በሎ እቲ ሕሙም ከኣ ጎይታይ እቲ ማይ ምስ ተንቀሳቀሰ ናብቲ ቀላይ ዘውደኒ ሰብ የብለይን ኣነ ክሳዕ ዝመጽእ ድማ ካልእ ቀዲሙኒ ይወርድ ኢሉ መለሰሉ ኢየሱስ ከኣ تنسى عركة العل أمور كيد بلو إتي سبعي بوبو حوية عرتو العلو خدا إتا معلتي إتي سمت نبرت
Jesus walks on water. One day when the disciples were traveling on the boat, they saw from a distance Jesus walking on the water. They were wondering and they were all looking at him. Peter wanted to walk like him and asked if he could please come to you. Jesus told him to come.
And guess what? Peter actually started to walk on the water. But in the middle, he started to think, what if I sink? Then he started to sink. He shouted for help. Then Jesus helped him. He told him he should be strong in his faith. So from this lesson, God actually teaches us to be strong in our faith.
David, Amsan Kuntan, Fugdi, Hamontan. Ana Gen Kanti Abit, Amnak Tabi, Ramanti, Awala, Zinti, Iya. Amahrat, Amnak, Nazalam, Alam, Tawakil, Alahu. Fugdi, تعتر أو أملاح بيتي زجبر كايو نحاورو كمسكنكا إيا نسخا سناي كم زكونكا ونأب قلبي قدوسانكا أبصر إيا
As usual, Jesus was teaching his people parables.
There was a master that had 3 servants. For the first servant he gave 5 talents, and for the second servant he gave 2 talents, and for the third servant he gave 1 talent.
So for the first servant, he doubled his talent and got 10. For the second servant, he doubled his talent too and got 4. And for the third servant, he was lazy and buried his talent in the dirt.
Then the master came, and he was happy about the first servant, and he was even happy for the second servant.
But for the third servant, he said, "You lazy and wicked servant, you know I'm a tough man, and you did nothing." So we learned that
God gives us a talent. We should not be lazy and we should use it wisely.
بتجهد زبالة تجادلو أب إمنتكم دجنت وسخو أبتي دجنت ون فلتت أبتا فلتت كأ مقطع رأسها أبتي مقطع رأسها دماء عقلي أبتي عقلي ون فرحات إزجابير أب فرحات إزجابير دماء مفقار أحوات أبتي مفقار أحوات ون فقري نخلو سب إزي نجر إزي أنت حلكم نمعبلة أنت خدا نمفلات قويتانا إيسوس كريستوس حكايات زي فريون كتكونوا أي حد قوكم إيو.
4 good friends, and the other friend of them was really sick. He could not get up or move. They heard that Jesus was around the same city as they were, and so they carried the paralytic man and brought him to Jesus, where he was preaching a lot of people in a house.
Since there were lots of people, they couldn't get through the gate. So instead, they opened a hole through the roof and let in the house where Jesus was teaching in. From this lesson, we learned that we should be cooperated in church service or in any, because it will be easier.
መዝሙር 146 ብዘድህን አምላኽ ኣመስግኖ እግዚአብሔር ኣመስግኖ ኦ እግዚአብሔር ኣመስግነካ ኣሎ ብህይወተይ ክሳዕ ዘለኹ ንእግዚአብሔር ኣመስግኖ እየ ንኣምላኸይ ሙሉእ ህይወተይ ክዝምረሉ እየ ኣሜን
ነመስግኖ ነመስግኖ ንእግዚአብሔር ነመስግኖ ነመስግኖ ንእግዚአብሔር ምስጉን እዩ ዝተመስገነ ምስጉን እዩ ዝተመስገነ ምስጉን እዩ ዝተመስገነ ምስጉን እዩ ዝተመስገነ
So one day, when the strong storm came, the man that built his house on the rock, his house resisted and survived. But the man that built his house on the sand, his house washed away. What we learn from this story is, we should always have strong faith in God. So then we will be strong during hard times. However, if we have little faith in God, we will not be strong during hard times. We should always have a strong faith in God. God is always there with us.
بعد شدشتا እግዚአብሔር ምሳና እዩ አምላክ ንዓና ማዕቆብን ኃይልን ብፀበብ ፍጥነት ረድኤት እዩ ስለዚህ ምድሪ እንተ ተገላበጠ ኣንበታትውን ኣብ ማዕሞቕ ባሕሪ እንተ ጣሓለ ማያት እንተ ሃመመን እንተ ዓፈረን ኣኽራን በንደረን እንተ አንቀጥቀጠ ንሕናስ ኣይንፈርን ኢና ዋሕዚ ንከተማ ኣምላኽ ነቲ ቅድስቲ ቦታ መሕደሪ እቲ ልዕሊ ዘሕጉስ ሩባ ኣሎ ኣምላኽ ኣብ ማእከል እቲ ከተማ ስለዘሎ ኣይክትፈርስ እያ ክወግዕ ከሎ ኣምላኽ ኩሉ ከርድእ እዩ
An angel came and said that they will have a child. The child had a special gift. The gift was power. He's able to kill a lion with his hands. He's also told in order, don't cut your hair. And his enemies tricked him, lied to him, and captured him. From the story that we learned that to take care of our gift that God gave us.
More David Esna Sho'atte. ጸሎት ምስጋና እግዚአብሔር ብርሃኔን መድኃኔን እዩ ካብ መንደኣት እየ ዝፈርህ እግዚአብሔር ኃይሊ ሕይወቴ እዩ ካብ መንኸ እየ ዝስንብድ ገበርቲ እካይ ሕይወሓትኒ ሓድጋ መስ ወድቁኒ ወንድርዝናታቴን ጸልኣቴን በዓላቶም ሰንከልከል በሉ እሞ ወድቁ ሰራዊት እካ እንተ ዝከቡኒ أنا أي فرحان طلعتي كقوامني إيرون أنت زي لعلوين أب أملاك أمنت علوني
مدحناسنا ايو ايوت كحدو نحنا كن امنايو توم زعمنا دما بحيل مسكن ودحنا امين.
Sign of cross. As we learned from our lesson, St. Helena found the cross after it was hidden for so many years. We also learned that the sign of cross gives us power, peace, and strength. It also protects us from every evil and comforts us when we are afraid. Please remember to put your cross on your neck and to the sign of the cross before you start your prayer.
Amen. Galatia معرف شجشته فاضي عصرت أربعة أني جنا باتي قلتنا يسوع كريستوس زت سقى له مسكال أنت زي كوينو أي مكحن إيه آمين.
መዝሙር 116 ምዕራፍ 3 እግዚአብሔር ዓቢይ ግብሪ ገበረና ንሕና እውን ተኣግቢስና